Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
Been a good week?
It has been. I ran up to the big city and wished my sister a happy 70th birthday.
70th birthday.
Yeah, so it was nice. It was a total surprise.
Younger sister then.
Total surprise. Yes, younger sister.
Should be glad to hear that.
She total surprise and it was very well. So it was
Where
good.
does she live?
It's good. Tinley Park.
Tinley Park.
In
Been a long
the
time
south
since I've been
suburbs out there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when we moved here, we convinced my mom and Mike to move out of the house that they were in and get farther away from the city. So they found a little townhouse out there in Tinley. And my sister, who used to come for dinner once a week, at least once a week, her and her husband would come for dinner. They were like, "Oh, these look pretty nice." So they bought one about half a block down. They bought one there. So I was like, okay, I can safely leave here knowing that somebody's going to be here with Mom long term.
Right.
So they've been out there for 20 years.
Wow.
So
how's the real estate business going?
it's been picked up, for us, it's picked up pretty nicely. We had a number of calls, and we had appointments and talked to people before, and we go out to the house and we explain what needs to be done. Don't take on no big projects. Let's see what things look like. And we've had some people, okay, get this done. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about replacing the carpet or things like that. Maybe clean the carpet, but don't replace the carpet because you don't know what the next guy's going to want. They're going to put in oak floors or luxury vinyl, and you spent money on carpet, and you think you should get that money back because you put this new carpet in. And he's like, and they feel bad because they're like, this is like brand new carpet, but this isn't what we want. We got dogs. And so that's why you better to not take on big projects. Adjust with money, give a carpet allowance maybe, and let the people help offset the cost of, because they come in, they see the rugs, and they makes them, it can turn them off, but they know that they're going to put something else in there, and that's really the big part of it.
What's the interest rates doing these days? Have you checked?
They're still in the 6.5, 6 3/4. A lot of it depends on how much you're putting down, how much, what your credit scores are. There's a lot of variable factors in there, and for a lot of things. I talked to a girl here a week ago, and she said they were getting like 10% for cars. So I talked to my guy when I was up north. I talked to one of my guys up there, and I says, "What are you guys getting for car loans?" I says, "I get a girl tell me 10." He was like, "What?" So they're nowhere near that. So it's all kind of, you got to kind of shop those things sometimes, and the dealers can sometimes do better than the banks because they're trying to. The manufacturers,
Right.
offering different rebates and things like that, and it's the same thing with the loans. I mean, you got to pay attention to where it is you're looking to. I'm not saying leave the area. Bob is never going to say that. But you got local banks here. You got some great local mortgage vendors that can take care and get you squared away. If you've got credit issues, they can tell you what to do to fix those credit issues because that's going to affect the rate that you're going to pay for the loan.
Yeah. But you're not saying leave the local area, but we've got so many local banks, and they're all competitive. They're not the same.
No, they're not.
A rate at one bank in this side of town may be different than the bank downtown. You just don't know what it's going to be.
True.
And it doesn't hurt to call around.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. And the same thing with now, like you're starting to see CDs come back. You're seeing a variety of rates in them. You see the marquees, and it's this much, and there's a variety of things that you can do with that, and it pays to shop around a little bit. And sometimes you may be more loyal to the bank that you've been using, and so you may say, okay, fine, I'll take a difference in a quarter point. It's not a full. I'll never take a full point. You don't love that bank that much to take a full point, but a quarter point is something like, okay, fine, I've done other business with them. They're good to me, and things have gone well. That's okay. The banks and the private companies, like we use Chris Nassari for a lot. We use them for clients. He did a great job. If you see Chris, you can tell him what a great job he did at the NRA banquet as the auctioneer on Wednesday and Tuesday night, and we had a very enjoyable time with that. The rates that you're going to pay can be affected by a lot of things. So you want to get in there, you want to get pre-approved. You want to make sure that you're, when you come out the door, that you know what it is you can buy. That's the most important thing. You need to know what range you're in. And even if you're selling and you're moving someplace else, some of these, a lot of banks won't take mortgages to other states because it's so hard for them, that they feel that if you just default on it, it's too much trouble for them to go and try to get their money back. Whereas the private companies, they can do that in other places because they're selling those off to bigger brokerages anyway, so it doesn't matter. But they get you a better rate to start.
Well, starting this week, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about a featured listing of the Z Team, and you have one that you've brought with you this morning that we're going to spend some time on.
Yes, sir.
And Scooter's going to bring up some pictures. There you go.
This is
That looks like Calico Rock.
It does look like Calico Rock. There's a lot of rock. That's how you can tell. When you can see all the rocks sticking up like that, that's why when you tell people sometimes you could be on a 30, 40 acre plot that you own and it won't perk for a one bedroom. Sometimes that's the case. This did perk. The perks just fine. It's on its own septic and well. It's on County Road
73.
70. It's just off of 73 on Ryland Trail in Calico. It's 1,200 feet. It's a metal building. It's got 6-inch walls. It's all foamed. They designed it to be off-grid. All the wiring is in there. They got things started to go with solar and things like that. And then life happens, as we say. And they weren't able to. They lived in it, but they didn't continue with the program. So it's got everything is there. Electric, sewer, septic, water, the well. The well hit at like 300 feet. It's getting 25 gallons per minute, which is pretty good. The septic for black and gray water. There's a setup to hold some of the rainwater, so for watering your gardens and things. The kitchen is restaurant stainless steel appliances with an induction cooktop. It's an open floor plan. You can see, it's all tiled on the inside there, make it easy to keep up. It's this bedroom area. The windows are up high, so you've got more wall space to display things and make it, personalize it for yourself. That's always a good thing to do.
Beautiful bathroom.
Yeah. Nice. That's a great shower. Really is. And again, you got the windows up there, so you're getting the natural light in there all the time. That's a storage that they brought in, and someplace to keep your garden equipment, and you can see a ladder hanging on there. A lot of gravel around there. It's all level, and the property's pretty well leveled. They cleared off area that they had to be from out west somewhere because they're very fire conscious, so they cleared out areas around the house. And the rest of it is all wooded. You can hunt. You're attached to the National Forest, which is, however, like thousands of acres.
But there's 22 acres that go with
the home.
But there's
22.6 to go with the home, right? And like I say, you're surrounded there by the National Forest, and that's so. You obviously you can use all of that as well.
Baxter County Road 73, it says.
Yep.
I'll be darned.
So I know it cuts in and out down there. That's why I've got Reese. So when I do talk to somebody down there, they start to tell me, I go, I got a guy. That's right, and that's the important part. And it is an important part for you as a consumer. It's a very important part.
And one important thing to point out is you're not far off the county road, but the side road there, that Ryland Trail, looks like it's paved as well.
Yeah, part of it's paved, and there's some gravel on it. But it's good gravel. I mean, they did a really, really nice job out there. It's in a good location. You're private, but you're like 2 miles from the river. You're close to Calico for shopping and things like that, but you're on your own. That's what people want. They're like, I want to be in the middle of nowhere. This isn't the middle of nowhere, but it feels like it. And
What's the
but
price
you're
on
still
this
close.
little jewel?
This little jewel is listed at $299,500.
Give the Z Team a call at 870-405-0793 or give Reese Tubbs a call at 870-737-1163. And that's a new feature we're going to start doing every week. We're going to talk about a featured listing of the Z Team. And right now, we need to look at some numbers.
Yes, sir. I bet I can get that up. Let's see if I'm getting this technology thing. We're going to get it. We'll get it. This week in real estate, there were 49 new listings come on the market, 20 parcels of land, 29 homes come on the market. They range in price from $39,000 to $440,000. Of those 29, 7 are taking backups already. So the market, the rates are down a little bit, and people were just, that little bit, quarter point, boom. That was their mark to get going on it. But 7 are taking backups. The average price coming on this week was $194,000. There were 25 sales, 6 parcels of land, 19 homes sold. They ranged in price from $32,000 to $450,000. Average sale price this week was $195,000 with 100 days on market. We did $3.7 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 9 properties expired, 14 had price changes. There's 88 on the pending list, waiting to close. So things are
Still busy.
Still busy. People are wanting a little more. The buyers are wanting a little more. They're wanting a little more concessions. The days of coming in with no inspections and things like that, that's done. So they're coming in. They're wanting a little more done on when they're doing the inspections. They're wanting more things fixed, repaired, removed. Sometimes there's different. Every house is a unique situation. People think that, well, we'll just leave all this stuff. No, you're not going to leave all that stuff. You're going to either take that all with you, have Tim Walker come out and get it, get a dumpster out there, and get Care Ministries to come out and manual labor it. There's a lot of things that you can do, but buyers are a little more persnickety than they had been in the past. 88 pending, like I said. Currently, we're 204 homes are listed on the MLS, so we lost 3 from last week. Year to date, this year there's been 248 homes have sold for $53 million. The average sale price this year is $216 with 93 days on market. Last year there had been 341 homes that sold for $75 million. 93 more homes sold last year than this year. It started off real big, and then when the rate started to hit, it came down. And we were running about the same last year, this year, and now it's starting to pick up again for last year's numbers. And that's why the 93 number blew up from last week. The average sale price last year was $221,000. So you can see the difference in the average sale price was higher last year. This year it's a little lower. The prices are coming down a little bit. People aren't willing to spend as much. They're don't want to get caught up in a situation of buyer's remorse after they get in. They're thinking about things a little bit more. But people are still coming. I'm ain't gonna lie. They're coming. They're here. They want to get out of where they are. And the more you see things like the mayoral election in Chicago and the fiasco down in the park and kids getting shot down there, it scares people, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
So
No matter where you're watching from, you can go to retiretoarkansas.net.
Yes,
go
sir.
on MLS listings, click there, check it out. If you see something you like, give them a call at 870-405-0793. Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team.
they're all on there. The whole MLS is on there. The cameras are on there. There's local information on there. Linda does a great job of keeping that up when she's not doing something else. I mean, it's been a hectic week while I was gone.
Yeah.
So that's
We're
good.
glad to have you back.
Thank you.
You've been watching This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora of the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Retiretoarkansas.net is their website.
Yes, sir.
These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to assist you in your realty needs. Give them a call at 870-405-0793. You've been watching This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. We'll be back with This Week in Sports in just a moment.